Hey Gators, Miss Hartman here with your week 5 message for you guys. So just like the other ones, I got a bad joke to start you guys off. This one is brought to you by Carly from my first period class. So I heard that boron, ruthenium, and hydrogen all got into a fight. And I was like, bruh, get it? Because if you look at the symbols for those elements, yeah, I wrote them out for you guys. Boron is B, ruthenium is Ru, hydrogen's H. You put the symbol together and you get bruh. Oh, that's a great bad joke. I'm loving it. All right, so if you guys want to submit over a bad joke, you still can. Go to the week 0 folder and you can submit them over there. I just want to let you guys know you guys are doing awesome. You are officially halfway through this virtual learning. It is week 5 already. You are doing awesome. So just a heads up, what that means for you guys though is at end of this week you have a progress report. Oh, those dreaded progress reports. So make sure you're getting online and you're checking up all your classes, all your assignments. So science, social studies, ELA, math, any of those classes. Make sure you're on top of those lessons. This way you don't get a did not meet standard for any of those classes. That would not be a good little progress report for you guys to get. So last week we jumped into space, quite literally jumped into the concept of space because you guys had a virtual lesson and then a lab over gravity. So what you should have gotten last week with gravity is that the pull of gravity is dependent on two things, mass and the distance from the object. So anything that has mass, including this remote control, technically has a pull of gravity. Gravity is an attraction force. So technically, there's a little bit of attraction, force pulling between the remote control and my hand, and even from my hand to this remote control. But can I feel it though? Mm, not really. Why not? Well, let's think about this. Does this really have very much mass? Especially compared to like the Earth? Yeah, not really. So, two things mass, this really doesn't have mass. That's why I don't feel it. And the distance from it. So, let's think about this a little bit more. Earth, pretty big object, has a lot of mass. So, we definitely feel that pull of gravity pulling us down. That's why, we're not floating around in your bedroom right now. You have that pull of gravity, that force of attraction holding you down on Earth. Well, the sun has a lot bigger mass, but we don't really feel it. We know that it's there because, well, the Earth is orbiting or going around the sun, but we can't really feel it as much as we can feel that pull of gravity here on Earth. The reason why we can't really feel that pull of gravity from the sun is we are so much closer to Earth here than we are the sun. The sun is so far away compared to the Earth. In fact, I'll give you guys an idea of just how far it is. You know that light that's coming through your window right now? If it's during the day you're watching this, that light left the sun 8.5 minutes ago. It takes 8.5 minutes for that light to travel from the sun all the way here to Earth. That's how far away the sun is. It is so far away compared to the Earth. So that's why we can't really feel that force of gravity. Now, for lesson 2, you guys actually did a lab on gravity. So the first part A, you guys measured your weight here on Earth. And then you multiplied it by gravity on these other objects. So like the moon, Jupiter, Saturn, Venus, the other planets in the solar system. And what you should have found was that you didn't weigh the same here on Earth as these other objects. In fact, for the moon, gravity on the moon is a lot smaller than here on Earth because the moon is a lot smaller in its mass. So you may weigh 100 pounds here on Earth, but you multiply by the factor of gravity for the moon, which is 0.17. And here on Earth, you weigh 100 pounds. On the moon, you weigh only 17 pounds. What? That's crazy. So that was part A. Part B, you had to figure out if you could jump on the moon or the other planets. How far could you jump? So you did something really similar. You took on average how far you could jump, so a measurement here on Earth, and then this time you divided by gravity. And what you should have found was that these planets, these objects where you weighed a lot less, you could jump a lot further. Gravity is not there to pull you down as much as here on Earth, so you jumped a lot farther on the moon. You jumped a lot farther on those planets that have a gravity factor of less than 1, because Earth's gravity factor would be just 1. So that was last week's lesson. This week, we're going a little bit further on gravity, and then you're going to even go in depth on the sun. So I'm going to jump over to what that looks like. So first thing you'll notice in the folder for this week is you see the big old stop sign. That stop sign is there this week because just like last week, one of the biggest issues we had were people not being able to access the digital lessons. Well, you got to make sure you are logged into your textbook first. And you'll notice that it says before opening lesson 2. So you don't have to be logged into your textbook for lesson 1, but you do have to be logged into your textbook for lesson 2 because you are going to be doing a virtual lesson on the sun. So for lesson 1, I'm going to go into that folder. You have your lesson overview here. Make sure you guys are reading through that. It does give you directions on what you're going to do, your learning attention success criteria. So you'll have a discussion board post. There's a video you have to watch first, and then you'll need to reply to the question that's being asked and reply to one of your classmates. Once you do that, only once you do that, then you can jump into this fit simulation. Now, this fit simulation is going to be really similar to other stuff you've done for us, where you go explore some out on a website and then you type in your answers on the Microsoft form. Now, if you're finding that you're not being able to type in your answers on the form, that's because you're not logged in through Microsoft 365. That's your student email. So make sure you're logging into Schoology by going through the district's website, and that'll be the easiest way to make sure you're logged in through Microsoft 365. So I'm going to click on, just so you guys know what you're looking for. When you get to that simulation, make sure you do the discussion board first. Here's the link to the simulation. And then here is the form where you can type in your answers. Now you click on the simulation, it's going to open up in a new window. To launch it, just hit this play button here, and it'll launch it right up for you guys there. And all the directions are right in that form as you go. That's your first lesson. Lesson 2 for this week, I'm going to go back into the class. Week 5, lesson 2. And you still have your learning attention success criteria, and you have a reminder, make sure you're logged into your textbook first before you proceed, because if you launch it, you're gonna get an error message. Just like the previous times where you've had something to do in your textbook, you have your assignment here, type in your answers on the form, and then you have a discussion board post. Make sure you guys are getting both these lessons done. If you have any questions, tutorials, Monday through Friday, from 11 to 11:30 for pre-AP, 11:30 to noon for my on-level students. So that's it for this week, guys. I hope you guys have a great week, and I'll talk to you guys later. See ya.